Hey, good morning, guys. It's Friday. I believe it's August 10th. I'm not wearing my trademark yellow shirt. Just laying here in my bed for the night. Um, it's only about 4:30. Papa Joe's. Just so you know, I don't think he wasn't hospitable. He offered me his house and a room, but I actually asked to sleep out here in the garage because the couch is perfect. It was really cool. And Cindy, his wife, came by and said goodbye already. She's heading into work. Papa Joe's already telling me I was making breakfast. Um, that was a great night last night. Usually I do a recap in the morning and tell you what I'm going to do today. And it's really, uh, I want to tell you that more than ever today because not only did I want to share what I've already shared yesterday um, for the YouTube channel, because some people only follow me on YouTube and not on Facebook, but also because I want you to understand if I don't stay in touch like I normally do, why that is. So, first of all, yesterday was just kind of a whirlwind. I chose to stay in Hobart, Indiana, and Jim, who had reached out to me the day before, told me about a festival on Thursday. He made a few phone calls to the Parks Department, and they were just excited to meet me. I went over and met them, and they actually set up a little table for me last night to, excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. Good Lord, to just meet people at this festival. And at first, it was quiet. I think people just because it wasn't anything elaborate. It was just me and my backpack. I guess people just thought I was another guy. And then when I started to talk to people and reach out to them the way I would do in the street, things really kicked up. One of the funny parts about last night, I thought, was I was talking to a gentleman who has since reached out to me. He was there with his daughter, and I don't know, there was another young lady there, and I don't recall if it was a wife or another child. Um, but as I was talking to them, a group of three women went walking by, and I just approached them, and as I always do, and I would say, hey guys, can you do me a favor? I'm doing something kind of crazy, and I'm walking across America from PA to San Francisco. It's a really good backstory, and doing it for a cause. And I'm usually handing out my business card. Well, these three women, they didn't even slow down from their walk to even pretend to have an interest in me. And it was just, it was funny to see, again, somebody else observing how somebody could not even have time to listen to 5 seconds or 10 seconds of another human being. And they just kind of looked at me for a moment, and they said, that's kind of what we deal with. And that said, they didn't know if I was handing them $100 bill. They just couldn't be bothered that another human being walked 4 feet towards them, very, non-confrontational, and was talking to them, and they couldn't even slow down long enough to listen. And it was just funny to see somebody else see that in their reaction. Um, and that was really one of the few moments of the night where somebody didn't, speak with me or ask any questions. And it was, good Lord, excuse me, guys, I'm sorry. It was a really, really good night. And as I said, I had met Papa Joe and Cindy and their friend Pete the day before, and I guess they had caught wind I was in town. So it turned out that they didn't just happen to be down there on happenstance. They came down to see me and say hi and wish me well and wish me luck. And as it turned out, they invited me back today to come home back to their place last night and hang out. One of the best moments of last night, after being out all day, was jumping. I don't ever really get in pools a whole lot, and I usually don't go underneath the water too much because the chill gives me migraines. Well, I know it sounds kind of frail, but it's true. But to kind of go soak my feet and go into to my waist last night and just sit in the pool, talk to them for a half hour, listen to some music was pretty cool. Felt good. So anyway, got to sleep last night. It was a warm night, so the garage I thought would be cooler out here, and I wasn't going to be bothering anybody. I hate to be an intrusion. And so last night was real positive. When I got back last night, the people I had met were kind of following me and getting a little bit more understanding maybe of what I was doing and reaching out to me. So that was last night. But now today is another story entirely. So today, um, Papa Joe's already come out here to tell me that he's got eggs and sausage on the grill to take care of me at 4:30 in the morning. These people are crazy great. Uh, so I'm going to be meeting Jim. Has offered to take me. I won't be walking into Chicago today. He has offered to take me to a train station in Portage and take a train into Not quite. Well, we're in downtown. One of the exits, not sure which one, but as I looked, it's still about a 6 mile walk from the train station to the church I want to go to, and then about a 10 mile walk back uptown to meet with Gary. Um, I'm going to try to meet people in the middle on this one. So I have heard from nearly every person but one um, about what's going on in Chicago in terms of the gun violence and killings. But so everyone has said, be careful, don't go. So I don't think that's really appropriate to my mission. I can't just show up at religious ceremonies and say I walked across America and met good people. I think that it's important just to get out in the public, and again, 99% of the time I'm meeting somebody I've never met before. Um, so, but I'm going to meet you folks halfway. I know there are many people worried about me, people I've met, certainly my family, certainly people that know me back home. So I'm going to try to take public transportation as much as possible um, to get into Chicago. I do want to make it this morning for a couple of hours down to this church, which has been, to the best of my understanding, a hot spot of violence, and just talk to some people down there, find out what it's like to have a day in the city down there, what it's like to live in the area, hopefully what it's like to be a parent in the area, um, what it's like to serve in the church in the area and what they see, maybe why they think it is the way it is, what can we do as citizens to change it. So, and from there, I'm going to try to take public transportation again back out to Center of Michigan Avenue in Chicago. I'll be meeting Gary for just a couple of uh, wonderful appointments that he's got set up for me. One of those appointments is to go meet folks that are responsible for, and a couple of veterans who have served and recently returned from a freedom flight, which, for those that don't know, and I'm probably not going to do it justice, um, it is designed for veterans who deserve to be recognized, maybe weren't, and the community, a fund, a state, I'm not sure who, gets a written application or request to recognize these citizens of the country that are veterans. They fly them down to D.C. for a ceremony, and that's an important thing, recognition. I think the thing that I think would be really awesome that they don't know about, I think, is when they return home, when they get off the tarmac at the airport, there's usually a lot of people on each side that they walk through, clapping and applauding. And it's very special, these guys. So I'm going to get to meet a couple of veterans who have hopefully enjoyed this, have them share their story. So I'm going to be doing a lot of videoing today, a lot of YouTubing. I'm not going to cut it off. My tripod broke yesterday. It didn't break. I'm clumsy. I knocked the top off. The top portion of it off into the lake. So I'm going to try to get that done today as well. Maybe get another tripod. But now I do a YouTube video like I am right now, and I kind of stop it at 15 minutes so it's not a splice break. I just say part 1, part 2, part 3. But I don't want to be breaking those tomorrow. So I'm going to probably have to splice it. And if you know me from the past, my splicing's not the best. Sometimes it cuts over each other. But so that's one really interesting thing I'm going to get to share with you guys as the PTT family. And later, Gary's going to take me to a group, a courthouse, I believe, to meet the director of a group called CASA, which are court-appointed reporters that, their job is to look out on behalf of children. If they hear of something abusive, it's their sworn duty to report it. Uh, they're not trying to save anybody in terms of parents that may be abusive. They're not trying to hear stories. My understanding is that they need to report it to the court because these children don't have a voice, don't have a say, don't know how to do that. They just, so to stop any suffering or abuse of these kids, these folks are really special people as well. But of course, sometimes they're not well received because if a parent were to come and hear that, even every parent thinks they're doing the best they can, and sometimes to the rest of the world, they're doing a little bit less than that, but those folks don't see it that way. So these people, I'm sure, see some things that they don't want to, that they shouldn't have to. These kids certainly adore things they didn't ask for, and that's a little bit about uh, what they do. And I'm looking forward to hearing, and not even hearing, but videotaping if they'll let me, and sharing with you guys, what they do and why they do it. And I think it's going to be a powerful message. And I don't know how many of you even know that this exists out there. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But again, I'll be videoing. So, I'm going to be out of touch a lot today. Unlike yesterday where I was posting like mad. I don't think I'll be posting like mad today. Um, when I go to these YouTube videos and publish them, it takes quite a bit of time. So I'm going to be doing the best I can with the splicing, so put up with me. But I think you'll have a lot of content today, which is really good because if you save it for the weekend, I don't have a place to stay tonight yet lined up. After we do all of this, Gary lives about an hour and a half out of Chicago, or an hour and something plus traffic. So I'm not going to have him drive me all the way back to Chicago. I'm going to ask him to drop me off in a suburb of Illinois, get to meet some people that I would never have met before, get to see a town I've never met before, and we'll see how the night unfolds. Tomorrow, Jamie's volunteered to come out from back home and visit. She'll be driving through the night and getting out of here Saturday late morning. We're going to do some touristy things. Don't have any place to stay yet. Don't know how that'll work yet, but she's going to probably get here late morning. I might try to go to Wrigleyville. I think someone told me there's a day game. I don't have any tickets, but I think Wrigleyville is kind of a pretty happening place, so it might be good to take my backpack off, and I can walk around and tell folks. It's funny, people don't even regard me when I don't have my backpack on. I'm just a guy with a yellow construction shirt, because nobody reads it. It's just a safety shirt to them. When a backpack's on, obviously it causes some attention, but to walk around Wrigleyville, I think I'll leave a backpack in the car. I don't know what time we're leaving Sunday. I know Gary has talked about possibly getting together. He's got family in town. So he has to see family he hasn't seen in years from, I think, Colorado, he told me. But we're going to leave sometime Sunday, head down towards St. Louis, and pick up the journey in St. Louis. So that day we'll probably have a lot less postings, so you can catch up all of the Friday stuff then, if you'd like. And then, so I know you guys are worrying about me. So if we get through this morning, and we get through Monday in Ferguson, Missouri, not to say that there's not danger elsewhere out there, but that'd be, the stuff that I think people would be worried about. So thanks for listening. Don't panic today. I'll try to shoot a quick video out there to say, guys, I'm done at the church. I'm heading up to Michigan Avenue to meet Gary. Just give you a quick blurb so I know people out there are concerned for me, and I appreciate that. And then it's going to be really exciting. So, in fact, the first part of the day for me is probably going to be very exciting. I have my idea of how I think it's going to go, and I think they're going to meet some good people. I really do. I think when people feel like they have somebody that is out there to give them a voice, that's going to be well received. So that's my plan. Love you all. Kira, Landon, Grace, don't worry. Just hang tight. I know you guys are heading out on vacation next week, and I can't wait to hear all about that. So, love you guys. Take care now.